On this episode of The Whiskey Tornado, we review Yellowstone A1 Liquors Store Pick. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of The Whiskey Tornado. I'm your host, Lance. Today, we are reviewing another A1 store pick, and this pick is really good, so you're going to stick around for this review. Before we get started, I have to quickly give a huge shout out to our Patreon members. If you guys notice, we have a new mic. The audio has been upgraded. We're constantly upgrading cameras and equipment and live stream equipment and lighting and audio, just so the production value of this channel keeps improving and that we keep giving you guys quality content. Hopefully at one point, my goal is that we do barrel picks for our Patreon members, but we got to grow to do that. And in order to grow, we've got to improve the quality of production. And we couldn't do that without our Patreon members and our subscribers. So for all of you that support the channel, thank you so much. We are about to hit 2,000 subs, and that's super exciting. All right, let's get into the A1 store pick of Yellowstone. For those of you new to the Whiskey Tornado, let me quickly explain our scoring system. We have 7 categories. 2 of those categories are handicapped. The handicapped categories are availability and appearance. Then we go on to the nose, palate, finish, body, and value. Each of those categories is rated 0 to 1, 0.5 being average. At the end, we add those up. Any score of 3 or better is bar worthy. Any score of 4 or better is bunkersome, just in case you can't get a hold of the bourbon you love anymore. All right, guys, with all that being said, let's get into the appearance of Yellowstone. So I'm not sure how you guys feel about the appearance of this bottle. I personally really like it. I love the gold etching. I love the kind of old style label to it. I love how they have the hand selected by A1 Liquors. Yeah, it's just a really nice looking bottle. For those of you that don't know, Yellowstone, this is one of those kind of revived brands. It was a brand I think started in the late 1800s and then sold when J.W. Dant was sold. J.W. Dant is now owned by Heaven Hill. Yellowstone, I believe, was owned by Luxrow, and Stephen Beam, who is the president of Yellowstone, but also was a descendant of J.W. Dant and the Beam family, ended up acquiring Yellowstone back from Luxrow. But as far as the appearance goes, I think it's a beautiful bottle. Even more special to me because Stephen Beam was at A1 Liquors to sign these, and my bottle says "To the Whiskey Tornado." He drew a little tornado on there and signed the bottle. Really, really nice guy. Really pleasurable talking to. I had a great time at the event at A1 Liquors. Got to meet a lot of the Rusty Water Society. Cheers to Rusty Water Society. I'm drinking out of the Kinsey glass today. But the the appearance, I really enjoy. I'm going to give the appearance on this bottle a 0.7. All right, moving on to the availability. This is an A1 store pick, so availability would be really, really low. Instead of just rating the availability for the A1 store pick, we'll just do the availability for the Yellowstone hand-picked collection single barrels, which are kind of popping up in a lot of places. I'm seeing them. So, again, they're store picks. So a little less than average. We're going to give the availability a 0.4. All right, let's get into the good stuff. What's in the bottle? Let's smell this. The smell, really nice. First note I get is apples, like green apples. Lots of caramel. As far as sweetness goes, there's caramel and honey. Even some peanut notes. You know, this is Stephen Beam of the Beam family, and anytime I'm drinking Beam, I get those peanut characteristics, and that's definitely in here. And then it's a little bit of grain, a little bit of corn, not crafty at all, but there is some like cereal grain notes in there. Nose, I like. It's better than average. It's not knocking my socks off, but what's there I like. We're going to give the nose a 0.6. All right, guys, moving on to the palate. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, Narav and the guys did another great job. Man, first sip was like tons of honey sweetness. Honey, caramel. Really nice. Looking for fruit notes now. Like green Granny Smith apples kind of comes out. There's a little bit of like corn cereal grain for sure. Oh man, that's really nice. Good finish. You know, there's a lot of like Beam characteristics to this. As far as like the peanut, there's like some peanut notes in there, some honey roasted peanuts. Yeah. And really what this reminds me of is Cracker Jacks, like caramel covered popcorn. Cracker Jacks is what this tastes like. And I'm looking at the bottle because I think they named this. Yeah, they named this Apple Jacks, which, I mean, could not be a better descriptor. Apple Jacks nails this because I'm getting apples, I'm getting honey, I'm getting like caramel covered corn or Cracker Jacks. You know, this is by Stephen Beam, who's a descendant of the Beam family, and it does have some of those characteristics. Now, I'm pretty sure, in talking to Narav, that this is not sourced. This is their own distillate, which is even more amazing because there's zero craft notes. It's really, really nice. I know some of these bottles early on were sourced. People thought they were sourced from Barton. This tastes nothing like Barton, so I'm sure it's not Barton. You know, if Lux Row's involved and these are sourced from Lux Row, I could see Lux Row with those like peanut flavor characteristics, but I'm told this isn't sourced. This is their own distillate. The back of the bottle says distilled and aged in Kentucky, bottled by Limestone Branch Distillery, Lebanon. So I don't know if this is their own distillate. Fantastic job for 5 years and a newer distillery. There is zero craft notes on this. It's really nice. Got those peanut characteristics that you would get in some Jim Beam products, but lots of good sweetness, caramel, honey, Cracker Jacks, apples. Really nice. The palate, I'm going to give it a 0.7, which is really, really good for a 5-year newer distillery. Yeah, man, that's nice. Lots of good sweetness. You guys are going to love this pick. All right, moving on to the finish, guys. Now, for me, I love a bourbon that fights me, where I get a long finish. Some people don't. The newer you are to bourbon, the more you like those like smooth, really smooth textures in bourbon. Something that doesn't fight you too hard. This does not fight you hard. At 115 proof, if I was tasting this blind, I would never guess it's 115 proof. So as somebody who likes bourbons to fight me a little bit, I would probably rate this finish less than some of you. But I think a lot of you out there who buy this bottle are going to absolutely love it because it doesn't fight you too bad. It's a better than average finish, but it doesn't go on forever. It's not going to give you a super strong hug, but it's really, really crushable. It's really nice to drink. For me, the finish is a 0.6. For some of you, if you don't like a bourbon that fights you, you would rate the finish a lot better than I am. All right, moving on to the body. The body is where this stuff just shines for me. I love it. It is really creamy, super viscous, really oily, velvety. I love the body on this. Way better than average on the body. I'm going to give it a 0.8. That 115 proof really helps this. Those flavors are super concentrated. It's beautiful. We're going to give it a 0.8. All right, moving on to our last category, value. You know, this is a 5-year single barrel, 115 proof. It's a store pick. It's let's see, it says barreled 6/16 of 2016, so it is 5 years old. We don't know what juice this is. And you know, this could be Limestone's or Yellowstone's distillate. I'm just not sure. So that's just, you know, me being dumb. I sat right there with Stephen Beam and talked to him. Should have asked him, but didn't. It doesn't matter. What's in the bottle is really, really good juice. You know, usually you're figuring $10 per year. And this is a 5-year, and the price on it was $69. However, it's a store pick, and I never mind paying a little bit more to help stores that do lots of store picks, especially good stores that do great store picks, and that is A1 to a T. So we're going to give the value better than average. We're going to give it a 0.6. All right, guys, that brings our total score for Yellowstone A1 store pick to a 3.85, making it bar worthy. It is right below Bunkersome. Man, guys, A1 just does such a good job. They don't ask me to review their products, first of all. I just do it because I love the store. I love Narav. The group there that does these picks does a really good job. This is just almost to that Bunkersome category. And if you know, if you like an easier bourbon to drink as far as the finish goes, then you could put this in Bunkersome category. Somebody last night at the A1 event asked me if I had rated any of A1 store picks as Bunkersome, and there are two that I would have if I was reviewing bourbons, if I was reviewing their bourbons earlier. And those two picks would be, they did a Knob Creek Freddie No pick last year. That this bottle is just, it's absolutely insane. That would be a bunker worthy bottle to me. And then they did a Russell's Reserve pick. That was just fantastic. You know, those are both 9-year picks, and those are both bunker worthy in my opinion. This is a 5-year pick, and it's right there. That's how much I love this bottle, especially if you love Cracker Jacks, apples, those peanut notes. So if you like Jim Beam, Heaven Hill, those kind of products, you are absolutely going to love this bottle. It is really good. It's a definite buy in my opinion. And for some of you, it might even be Bunkersome. It's just really good. And whoever named it Apple Jacks, A+ on the descriptor, because you guys nailed it. All right, guys, I hope that helps you decide what to buy and what to leave on the shelves. Thank you again to all the supporters of the channel. I love you guys. Couldn't do this without you. Cheers.